Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wilkes-Barre area, the Wolfpack Den. John Mandola, student broadcast, Max Greger with us. And Max, Hazelton here. We had Pittston the other day. They really look good. Hazelton probably going to be a similar team tonight.
Yeah, the Wolfpack have a few tough opponents here at home, but we'll see how they bounce back against the Cougars.
Crestwood next week. That'll be another one. They're young and very talented. Now have a different coach at Crestwood who used to be at Wilkes-Barre. So Krachanyuk wearing 24 tonight. Had 30 the other night. Diamond Thornton got fouled on the first shot there for the Wolfpack. So, Max, what do you expect out of this Hazelton area team?
I don't know. I think I expect to see some good defense, some crisp offense, and probably a lot of rebounds. Looking at the roster, they got some height, so we'll see what happens with that.
Joe Gavio likes to put that pressure on teams. Talk about, full court pressure. You got to be able to handle that. Pittston area, they had some pressure on the Wolfpack too the other night.
And the Wolfpack actually did a pretty decent job of being able to break that press.
Just Pittston area, man, they played well. Just shot the ball very well. Just was not the Wolfpack night. And that shot right off the giddy-up, no go. Mahogany Robinson coming the other way, showing some speed and showing some height the other way. There is number 30 with the block, Lagawi. They have some height here, Max.
They certainly do. 2 possessions and 2 blocks.
5'8", 5'9", 5'8", and they got more off the bench that could do that. They're going to go up court, and a routine layup goes their way to Caitlin Bindis.
And we'll see how this press works for the Cougars.
Usually works well, whoever they play. They just have a way of putting the pressure on. But Thornton got through that. Quick little step there by Krachanyuk. No foul, or no travel called. Now coming the other way for the Cougars. And a quick steal and a pop out there, and Hazelton comes up with the rebound. It is the McCarthy Tire game of the night. Our student broadcast crew inside ball game. JV was one-sided, went Hazelton's way. Just so many kids at Hazelton area. This basketball program just feeds into Joe Gavio year after year. Veteran coach.
Yeah, and looking at that bench, they're all full of seats.
Mahogany Robinson, the banks are open. 4-2, a Wolfpack lead. Remember that Wolfpack lead right now. As Hazelton area is just so talented, the expectation is the Wolfpack is a big underdog tonight, but they've overcome before.
Yeah, so far tonight, they're really playing with intensity, trying to get the fast breaks and stuff, but so are the Lady Cougars.
So Coach Rapson the other night tried to mix some stuff up and do what he could to try to get the girls motivated. But Pittston area was just too much. 4-3, triple fives on the scoreboard in the first quarter. And good free throws by the Southpaw. Comes the trap. Wolfpack got through. Thornton to Robinson, now picked away, and here comes Hazelton area with that continued pressure. And another layup there out of Bindis. 6-4. Here comes Keating, up court. McAfee, stuffed. Keating comes right back to score it. We got to like the effort there to Katie Keating.
Yeah, fighting hard to get the rebound and the nice putback.
Thornton came up for the steal, missed it. We'll skip pass over to the other side. Southpaw, Goody, Sophia Schultz. So the inbound here to Thornton. Up court, got to be stolen. And that is a lucky roll.
And you were saying about that press, it's paying off for Hazelton.
Schultz 10-6. Robinson, that's a travel. An insult to injury, she gets knocked down, but good sportsmanship there by the Cougars. Legawi picks her up. There's been some really good players over the years at Hazelton area. Gone on to play mostly Division II, Division III basketball. They've had a couple go to the Division I level. Another layup here for Hazelton. Timeout. 12-6, 4:34 in the clock. We'll be back. We are back at it here in Wilkes-Barre area. The Wolfpack Den, the McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. Thank our friends at Comets Law, located in Wilkes-Barre. Jonathan Comets, a GAR grad. Wolfpack have the basketball. Krachenjuk said, hey, wait a minute. And I think the official pointed the wrong way. Knew it was Wolfpack ball, but just got confused for a moment. Here's Krachenjuk and a steal again from Hazelton area. Thornton on the foul. This is what the Cougars do to you. They make you look silly at times, and then you get frustrated and think, wait a minute, that's not a foul, or that's not, it's just you're going to have this, but they just play great pressure defense.
Yeah, and it could be frustrating. Wolfpack having a bit of a tough time getting the ball to their side of the court, and it's really been the difference in the game so far.
Dale Rapson started to argue the call, and he's having a little joke with the referees, trying to win them over a little bit. You got to try anything you could. Free throw goes 13-6, and more pressure. They do this on the junior high level, and it totally frustrates the junior high teams because not many girls can dribble up court, dribble around that pressure at the junior high level. And then they start beating teams one-sided. And then we saw in the JV it was one-sided. Here we are in the varsity. Again, it's 13-6. Wilkes-Barre area is hanging right now. But Hazelton area, look at that bench. Max mentioned, when we pan back and see Wilkes-Barre area on offense, you're going to see, 18 girls over there. They fill every seat. So they've got a lot of depth on this squad. More Hazelton area. They go inside, outside. There's a little ball fake for you. No go, but it was a good fake.
Oh, and that's pretty smart, like you were saying, having them press on the junior high level, because when they get to the varsity stage, then they already know what they're doing.
Now, Joe Gavio, he's over there. He's frustrated right now. He's up 13-6, but the kind of guy he wants. Look at the body language on Joe Gavio. Expecting a steal every time. Krachenjuk downtown. A little bit altered shot there. Somebody got a hand on it. Now outside jumper. Score the three by 14. Bindis again. She's got 7 points out of the 16. Thornton trying to use her body well to draw the foul. She does just that. And look at Gavia. He is just... you go down there and talk to him. We'll talk to you for 5 minutes about, one play. He is just one of those guys that he can carry on a conversation. Great guy. He's the guy you love to talk to. Krachenjuk, skip pass. Keating, 3. Pulled the trigger quick. Robinson, great rebound and put back 16-8. 3:09 on the clock.
And I'll tell you what, the Wolfpack offense has done a pretty good job. Once they get settled on their side of the floor, they've been doing all right. It's just that Hazelton press.
Score it. Another 3, 31, Alexis Reimel. 19-8. Hazelton, the measuring stick this year in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Pittston's good. Dallas is good. Valley West is good. Wolfpack's a decent team, too. It's just that Hazelton has so much depth. Wilkes-Barre area is going to fight, claw, and scratch their way through this one tonight. And another turnover here. They go underneath, and that's a hack. That was a good Robinson jumped all over that one. Three team fouls and 2 team fouls, 2:06 on the clock in the first. It is the McCarthy Tire game of the night. And let's bring in 3 girls for Hazelton area. 23, 2, 23 is tall. Evelyn Schultz. To see how big she is, 5'10". Hazelton with the runner, off the rim. Underneath off Wolfpack, it'll remain Hazelton area basketball. Inside move, swiped away by Robinson and crew. Krawczyniuk looking for a quick 3. Pulls the trigger off the front of the rim. Krawczyniuk battles for that basketball. Nice job at Hazelton. Comes up with it. Keating will get in the pocket there. Comes up court. Great body language there by Hazelton area. Still alive here, and then nobody off of Hazelton going Wolfpack way. Wolfpack battling. You got to like that right now, that every possession they're trying to make something happen offensively and see what they can do here.
They're keeping a good job of keeping up the intensity, playing with a lot of energy.
Here's Thornton. Driving to the basket, her thing. Keating outside look off that front of the rim. Not getting enough oomph on the loft. Go inside Hazelton. A little too much of a short pass there. Gavio liked the idea, but it was just there was no space there. Wolfpack got lucky on that. They didn't have much spacing. Here is Thornton. Double team. Try to take away baseline, and they get somebody in her grill, but she still makes it. A big bucket there by Diamond Thornton. 19-10. Wolfpack down 9, single digits. See the ball movement, Max. Talk about, Hazelton right now just finding that open look. Excellent job. And a little circus shot.
Yeah, pretty much flawless offense by the Cougars. You can tell they do like those fast breaks, but they don't mind taking their time with a nice possession, finding the open man, making some buckets.
Sophia Benyo, the 9th grader, on that last bucket. And you look at her, she's 5'9". 7 freshmen on this roster. We'll use a bunch of them. Thornton will dribble between 3 Hazelton players. Comes down and scoops that one, can't make it. Back comes the Cougars. Benyo, the 9th grader. And they call a offensive foul. 13.9 seconds, 21-10. Throw it to space. Thornton gets it. Robinson outside her. No go. 7 seconds. She looks right up at the clock. It is Lagawi. There's a rocket launch from way out there. Had a little bit more time. We'll end the first. 21-10. We'll be back. Second quarter, we return. Max Greger, John Mendola. Thanks for joining us. 21-10 Hazelton area here in the McCarthy Tire game of the night. Thank our friends at Dee's Diner. They're open 24/7. They never close, and a steal off of Thornton, which is rare. Good finish, Legawi. Man, there's some swiping going on there. Legawi this time on the foul. A 1 steal, 1 foul there from Legawi.
You got to think Coach Joe Gavio loves the intensity.
Well, he thrives for this stuff. He'll play this over in his mind a million times tonight, watching film, look on huddle, be like, hey, I saw a couple things. Another steal by the quick-handed Cougars, but Thornton comes right back, and Keating will go in. What a pass to McAfee. Gorgeous play by the Wolfpack, maybe the play of the night thus far.
Very nice scrapping for the ball. Beautiful pass, nice finish.
That's going to be, wow, that I can't believe was a charge. Robinson, I didn't think had established her position there. And they call offensive again. That's a second call there. Gavio isn't even arguing that. But I don't know what you saw on that. I thought Mahogany Robinson didn't establish herself. McAfee got swarmed. And Hazelton area with the quick hands get it up court. 23-12. Nice pass, good stuff. Kracheniuk down there. Can't put the ball on the ground as the Wolfpack will keep swiping it down low. Hazelton's got to be more efficient in the paint. Runner short. Hazelton area looking to run. What they like to do, press and run. Double dribble, they missed right there. They missed the freshman putting her other hand on the ball. And now it'll come this way. Here's Keating. Got a tough layup here. She's got to come quick, but she's able to get the bounce in. I think we're seeing a little bit more out of Katie Keating as the year has gone on. We look over on the boys' side. We found that guy who's playing a little harder. I think Katie Keating right now is making a difference.
Yeah, what started, she was a bit of a role player, but now increased role. She's a real important part of this team.
Got a great motor to her. 23-14 is the count. 6:04 on the clock. Hazelton moves that ball around. They go down low. McAfee got her hand in there. It is out on her. And 5 new players, like nothing, for Hazelton area.
Well, they got so many players, they may as well use a few of them.
Wolfpack get Lucheska Perez in there. Inside, outside, you name it. 1, 4, 3. So that is Mariah Marolo. 5'5", ninth grader. Well, let's get some ninth graders some minutes. Why not? They could hit threes. Number 10 is in there. Eberts. You ever hear of that girl? That's Mr. Eberts' daughter.
Yeah, I see him in the stands up there.
Mom was a heck of a player at Hazelton back in the day, 6'2" or 3 of her. And Dad's pretty tall too, like 6'7". Oh, there's a southpaw jinx, nothing. Schultz, 29-14, timeout, 5:21 to play. 5:21 on the clock here in the second quarter. Steele, Hazelton area. Bucket, Cougars. So Reimold gets that bucket, 31-14. Wow. They called that offensive on Thornton. Said she pushed off with her arm.
Interesting.
I thought that was a reach. So that's a tough call. .504 on the clock. They go down low. Skipper. Foul. Yost. Haley Yost, the senior.
That's crazy looking at the roster. Haley Yost, the only senior.
So they do have 18 dressed tonight for the Cougars. 4:52 on the clock. 2 team fouls to 2 team fouls. It is the McCarthy Tire game of the night. Thank our friends at McCarthy Tire, 340 Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre. New tires, oil change, car wash, McCarthy Tire, the place to go. Inside ball game. Eberts finishing. Just like Ma used to back in the day. Sure Gavio excited to have her on the squad. And there is Keating for a three. So our first two were line drives. That one was perfection. 33-17. Yost over the back on Eberts. Oh, that's Yost. Got Yost and Eberts mixed up. Yost is 13 and Eberts is 10. I don't want Mr. Eberts yelling at me, you know what I mean?
Of course not.
So mean, that guy, right? You have him in class as a teacher this year, or did you have him last year?
Yeah, I have him in engineering this year.
Awesome. So you're in that STEM program. You like it, right?
I do, yeah. I do like it there.
3:58 on the clock. Talking about Keith Eberts. He is a teacher of the STEM program here at Wilkes-Barre area. Daughter plays here at Hazelton area. And I mentioned a little bit about Mr. Eberts' wife, Heather, was a standout at Hazelton area back in the day, attended Kings. And they got a couple young ladies that play basketball and might be swimmers too. They're heavily involved in the academics and athletics and well-rounded young ladies. Outside, freebie, score it. Bindis, she's on fire. 2 threes, couple other buckets. She's got double digits here this evening. Crachinho over to the corner. Keating pulls the trigger quick. Crachinho kept it alive, but it is off Wilkes-Barre area. Good hustle. Give her time to tie her shoe. Official nice enough to wait for her. Hey, take care of that little snake. 36-17, the count, 3:22 on the clock. First half, Hazelton area and Wilkes-Barre area. Outside shot, another three. And they can light it up. Legawi.
That's maybe like the last 3 baskets have all been threes for Hazelton.
39-17. They get their hands on the ball. Up court, Keating through her hands. Now, Hazelton, they had a lead on Scranton early in the year, and Scranton came back to beat them. And Scranton considered maybe the top team in Northeast PA this year. Hazelton's pretty darn good. Outside, inside, Roll it up, rack it up, you name it. 41-17. Keating from Krotchenyuk. Skips over to the corner, Thornton. 2-12. Thornton trying to get a little body contact there. Thornton steals it off a two. They're going to say it's a kick, and it'll be Wolfpack basketball. It is the McCarthy Tire game of the night. Thank our friends at Comets Law, located on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Jonathan Comets and his team. Any issues, give Comets Law a call. Goody, no. Hazelton had a simple layup. Thought they would finish that. It's crazy because Bindis has hit some incredible shots tonight. And I wouldn't say that was a routine layup. She was kind of running in, and body wasn't, at the right angle there. 41-17, $1:49. We'll see another rotation here. Grady comes in here for the Wolfpack. 24 checks in. My eyes are playing tricks on me, Max. I better get these glasses working a little bit. Ella Radis checks in. 25 also in there. Melina Gregory. Robinson. Lost it. The freshman comes up with it here for Hazelton area. Back over to Bindis. Could make that one and stays here with 1:38 to go.
It's cool to see that Hazelton area, they're just not bringing all these players down to sit on the bench. They're utilizing most of their players.
Yeah, I mean, they got a big rotation going, and why not when you have talented folks? Thornton with the rebound there after the Cougar miss. Skip pass. Almost stolen. Here's Robinson. Runner. Another rebound by number 2, Sophia Benyo. Circus shot. Gorgeous play. Bindis.
Nice layup, but backwards over the head.
She is in 9th grade, Max, just so you're aware. Bindis.
And she might be one of their best players.
She's ridiculous. Robinson blocked under a minute, 44-17. Bindis with a gorgeous pass inside. 15 on the finish, Williams. 46-17. Look at Joe Gavi over there, still coaching. It's a one-sided ball game. Mahogany Robinson.
He doesn't care how much they're up by. He wants to keep the pedal in the middle.
That theme of overcoaching, I heard that at a young age. It is so true. And if you do it the right way, they call that a travel there on the Cougars. He's constantly preaching the good fight. It's not obnoxious. It's just who he is. And, he's over there talking on the bench a whole bunch to some of the players. Hey, you got to take that step. You got to put it right up. Here comes the Wolfpack. Be nice if they could get a shot here and finish in the 20s. Keep it respectable. They got to get it off now. Keating got fouled. She'll get 3 free throws. That'll drive Gavio nuts. 2.5 seconds. Coleman his head like, that's why I lost my hair over there. I know that's what he would say. Keating hits the second. 46-20. Oh, 2 good free throws there by Keating. 2 seconds on the clock and come up a little short. Okay, take another 7 feet. 46-21. Halftime here at the Wolfpack Den. Max Greger, John Mendola, the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast. We are back, quarter number 3 here at the Wolfpack 10. Diamond Thornton with a quick steal. 46-21, Hazelton leads. And a stuffins there by 33, Schultz, who plays large. There's the freshman for 3. Doesn't make that one. Good rebound there by the Cougars. They go underneath and lose the ball. What's the message from Coach Rapson with his Wolfpack team here? You're down 25. Do you say, hey, let's just try to win this third quarter?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, all things considered, the Wolfpack, they've been playing fast. It's just that press and that defense has been so stout for the Cougars. If they could find a way to get the ball in the basket, then they'll be in good shape.
You're not going to get 25 points back in a quarter, but if you got half, you'd feel good. 12, 10 even.
Yeah, I mean, you got a whole half left, so if you get within striking distance, then you never know.
Thornton, good pass. McAfee, I thought, should have just went right up. Got to turn her body and just go for it. And Krotchenyuk misses. Keating comes over to hustle it. Keating steals. Keating going in for the layup. She got blocked, no foul. Keating gets it back at the 1-on-3. Got to get teammates down there to help her. Good effort by Keating. Trigger puller, Cougars. And they hit it off the Wolfpack. Inbound here for the Cougars. McAfee out there. Inside, blocked by Krotchenyuk. Kick it back outside. Southpaw 3, no. More inside ball game, and one. Legawi. (48-21), 6:40 on the clock. McCarthy Tire game of the night. Thank our friends at Monk Heating and Air Conditioning. 333 Cool is the phone number for our friends at Monk Heating and Air Conditioning. It's that time of year, boy, a lot of power outages in northeastern Pennsylvania. Need to get your furnace looked at? Give Monk Heating and Air Conditioning a call. Diamond Thornton with the runner off the side of the glass. She hustles that as good as you're going to hustle it. She's out of bounds. Should be Cougar basketball. Great hustle, though, out of Thornton there. She's on the ground still reaching in. Sound like Gavio saying Operation Kosamui. Going the other way. .6:03 on the clock. Just one foul so far this quarter. Robinson will bring it down. She wants to go right. She does so. Keating, 3. Keating getting the green light to pull the trigger on those threes today. Hazelton lefty style, can't finish it underneath, and yes. Kayla Legawi, the 10th grader.
And you got to appreciate how kind of dual threat this Hazelton offense is. You don't know if they'll go low. They could shoot the 3 as well.
She's a guard, Legawi. Runner, too much. Mustard. Legawi comes up with it, kicks it out to her friend. 3-pointer. That's off the back of the rim. It's Robinson. Inside ball game, Robinson. (51-23). 4:52, third quarter. Goody. Bendis. She's giving them the Bendis.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, she's good, huh? 53-23. Be a good headline in a newspaper. 4:15 on the clock. They get to Robinson, but is stolen by Bendis. And good job by Krotchenyuk there. And Robinson makes the bucket.
Looks like we're going to get another full team substitution in for Hazelton.
Bendis, 3, splash. Long 2, they called that. Footsie was over to the line. 55-25. 30-point advantage here, Hazelton area in the third quarter. Keating. To the rack. Got the roll. Rack and roll. From about 6 feet. Well, Katie Keating starting to become an offensive threat here for Wilkes-Barre. They are down a bunch, but that's a good thing, I think, for Wilkes-Barre as the season moves along.
Yeah, whether it be assisting or actually making the basket, Keating's responsible for a good amount of their points tonight.
And Robinson's getting her part. There's Thornton from beyond the arc and score that 3. 55-30. 3:13 on the clock. Appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network. It is the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast. Foul on the floor. McGowie. Inbound here for the Cougars with their new squad. They go inside, outside. And there's the outside and draining a 3. Haley Yost. A 28-point advantage. 2:13 on the clock. Thornton gets around 1, gets around 2, and racks it up.
Wolfpack have been having a pretty good few last possessions.
Still a large lead, but you got to like the energy out of the Wolfpack. They're still competing. They get it over to number 2, just another freshman, Benyo. .128 left. And knocked away there by Diamond Thornton. .58-32 is the count. 1:08, clock is moving away. Ball gets tied up. They kick it back outside, short. Ball still knocking around there, and Hazelton area comes up with it, and we got a foul down low. There's some frustration, I think, out there for the Wolfpack, but as you alluded to, Max, I mean, they're out there, they're still fighting, they're competing, they're not giving up, and there's some positives to take away. I think, you're seeing that there's other people that could score here for the Wolfpack when they needed to. Diamond Thornton can still hit some outside shots. They're getting a rotation. They're getting some production out of Robinson. McAfee's doing the job she's supposed to do underneath and just try to be a presence down there.
Yeah, and it could be real easy when you're down like this against a real good team to just kind of just breeze your way through the game. But the Wolfpack, they're still playing with energy. They're still getting a few good possessions.
So here comes 24 into the contest. Radis. 58-32 is the score. Here's Krotchenyuk, 3B. Score it. .58-35. 6 seconds. Trigger puller, Yost. That senior hits another one. 60-35, 25-point advantage. We'll be back in the McCarthy Tire game of the night. We're back at it here at Wilkes-Barre area. 60-35, Hazelton area leads it. Rotation of players in for the Cougars. And what do you see Joe Gavio doing over there, Max?
He's still coaching up his Lady Cougars. It seems like they're getting a few subs into the game. You coach them up.
Look at that pass. No finish, but a great pass. And I guess Benyo is human. She missed a shot, but that was a great pass by number 1, Marolo. So Marolo does her job. Thornton, good job. And Perez just couldn't finish that one. Here's a foul by Diamond Thornton. So first foul here in the fourth quarter. John Medola, Max Greger, our Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast crew with you tonight. We'll be back next week. We have Crestwood on Wednesday, girls, and Dallas boys Saturday afternoon, a 3:15 affair. So, Max, that'll be exciting.
Oh, yeah. The last one came right down to the wire.
And that was at Dallas this year, and the Wolfpack got the win. 6:43 on the clock. Season going by quickly. Thornton has an open Krotchenyuk for the 3. Decided to drive it in, and Hazelton comes up with it. Here comes the tall freshman. And tried to go inside. It goes off Robinson. A tough break there for Robinson. Rogers missed the shot. So Marolo will inbound the basketball. Nice job by Perez defending there. Being a presence in the paint. Well, Hazelton area sets up that 4 flat look and then sends everybody forward. Joe Gavio still going at it over there. I want you to move, come on. He's a character. Inside ball game, too much mustard. And then they go back up and in. Benyo. She is good. And this Hazelton area team, they're going to be super good. They're good now. A couple years, as you said, 1 senior.
Yeah, 1 senior and only 3 juniors as well. Pretty much like maybe 90% of this team is like freshmen and sophomores.
And they got girls that can grow, maybe to get to 6 feet. They got some girls at 5'9", 5'10". Still might have a little growth spurt in them. Krotchenyuk looking around. Got it over to Robinson somehow, and then Robinson got fouled. 4:56 and counting. 62-35 is the count. I believe that's going to be on the floor. And it is. So it'll be an inbound here for the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. McCarthy Tire game of the night. Visitor friends at McCarthy Tire, 340 Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre. Thinking new tires, oil change. Maybe there's been that little sound in the engine for a little bit. Make an appointment and visit our friends at McCarthy Tire. Doing it 97 years, I think they're at. 1926 is when they started, so it's 2 years away, 98 years now for McCarthy Tire. That's a long time to be in business. 4:08 on the clock. And we got some other players in here. Sanaya Williams, 14, who shows some promise as a young player. You got number 5 in there, Victoria Luna. 21 is in there, Emily Davison. And number 1, Asia Grady. And look at Gavio. He's still doing what he does with 3:35. Got somebody over here. It's spacing. Look at that. And there's an outside 3B no-go. Hazelton comes up with a rebound, double dribbled it. I'd like to see Joe Gavio sleeping. What does that look like? Is he actually asleep? Is he talking in his sleep? You know, he's a guy with an incredible motor, that guy. You know, kids that play sports, you know, you're like, hey, that kid's got a great motor. Gavio is an adult. He's got a motor that just doesn't stop. Outside shot. It was a block. That could have been a foul. And that one is off the mark. 2:52 on the clock. And Williams wasn't expected. That one got her right in the eyeball. Hope she's okay. And Hazelton area traveling down. They call a travel. .233 and counting. Dee's Diner open 24/7. They never close. Wing bites, gravy fries. I think Max could go for that tonight.
Oh, yeah. Maybe on the way home.
Just got to make one turn, Max. That's it, bud. You're there.
Mm-hmm.
Folks will be looking for you. I got a little hungry, Ma.
Uh-huh.
Grady got blocked. Hazelton coming the other way. Can they finish? No. A little too much sauce on that one with 2 minutes to play. It'll be Wolfpack basketball here, 62-35. Things do not get easier for the Wolfpack as next week they've got to take on Crestwood here at home and another young, talented team. But I think the Wolfpack might match up a little better with Crestwood than they have with Pittston and Hazelton area. It's just, you just don't know. They beat Dallas in their biggest win of the year, the Wolfpack. But the division is pretty loaded up. 1:23 to play. Battle there from Davison. Hazelton area finds the open Gurley, and they get a bucket. It is Hanaya Matthias. She's a 9th grader. Go figure. That's all we mention, are 9th graders here for Hazelton area. 1 minute on the clock. I mean, they're a huge school district. 5th largest school district in the state of Pennsylvania. A good sportsmanship there by number 15 of the Wolfpack, Medina. So we're under 1 minute to play. Max, your final thoughts on how the Wolfpack kind of have to move on from here? They just got to keep working.
Yeah, that's right. They do got to keep working, and they got to keep up that intensity, which they did a real good job of doing tonight. It's just this Cougar team, they're a real good team. That press is lethal. They have a real good offense and a tough team to beat.
Yeah, just overmatched, to your point. I agree. And sometimes you're going to have a team that's just, much more talented. And you got Joe Gavio, leading the charge there and just coaching away like he does. And look at, he's still like, what just happened there? 7 seconds on the clock. It is the Wolfpack on the other end of things tonight. The Cougars victorious, 64-35. Appreciate your time. For Max Greger, I'm John Mendola of the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast of McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. Have a good night.